Every day, we face new threats in the world. Our way of dealing with these threats is by advancing technology, advancing safety. But what if the best way of dealing with these threats is to regress normalcy, to slowly go back to the way things were? For example, our current method of advancing safety for weapons, or for guns at least, is Kevlar. But although it's quite effective, it's not effective enough, as quite a lot of fatalities still happen. That is why this is my petition to reject guns and to embrace knives as our weapon of personal defense. Safety is of paramount importance. Without people, there is no nation. However, according to BrandyUnited.org, 117,345 people are shot every year. Of those people, 42,654 die from their injuries. We can't allow this to keep happening, as it's going to be cutting down on our population. Just crime alone is not all the reason for these casualties in our populace. If we take example from the UK, who's already adopted a gun-free nation, and they have decided to enforce strict gun policies and only use of knives, their knife crime comes up to 50,500. Meaning their overall crime, not fatalities, just overall time somebody has pulled a knife, is equal to the amount of times somebody has died from a gunshot in the US. That is not okay. The pain and trauma of being a victim is very severe. But somehow, as people, we aren't able to fully appreciate it until we are the victim. Although for many gun users, they're normally on the other side of the barrel, this time, they're under the side of the barrel of their own choices. The components in modern gunpowder contain sulfur, as well as potassium and a couple of other nitriles. And sulfur, when discharged and combusted, emits sulfur gas. Now, sulfur gas leads to trouble breathing, irritation in the skin, eyes and mucus. The mucous membrane goes deteriorating in the eyes and the nose. And these side effects, they're permanent. There is no procedure, there is no medication or antidote that one could take. So, we have that to think about. But even if we aren't on the side of the people who are firing the guns and we think this doesn't affect us, I would like to note that every time that gun fires, we're also exposed to the CO2 emissions, as well as all of the other chemicals within that gunpowder going up into our atmosphere, affecting everybody equally. At the end of the day, sulfur is also attributed to acid rain. Now, the biggest issue with coming back from a loss of industry, like completely removing guns, would be replacing that economy or finding a way to maintain our economy. And that is why I present the alternative, knives. Knives would encourage a boom in steel and metalworks, and as Cron.com states, the foundation of the technology used in our Industrial Revolution, which was, as I might add, one of the biggest points in our historical growth, was metalworks. The metalworks brought forth the production of Fabergé, which was a very, very elite and very gifted company at metal and steelworks, creating very iconic and very, very expensive pieces to this day that can't be recreated. Now, if we are able to completely change our economy, there should be no reason to further grow in the steelwork industry. This could mean that there will be new improvements to everyday building materials. Maybe metal will be able to withstand more, weigh less, things of that nature. So technological advancements would ensue. In conclusion, I think society loves to push forward. We love to do things bigger. We love to move to the next level. But I think it's time we did the bigger thing and took a step back. I think it's time that we regress normalcy to the time of knives and sabers for the safety of our people, for the growth of our economy, but if anything, for our planet. Lastly, if you need a bargain to sell you on it, comparing guns and knives don't jam, and they definitely don't run out of ammo.